Excuse me, sorry guys. Woo. Let's see. It's been a while since I've used this. It's been a little bit since I've used this webcam actually. Let's see, how does that look? Looks good. Sweet. Okay. All right. Let's see. I got everything set up here. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today is my 3-year YouTube anniversary. I actually technically started YouTube. I started getting into it in February of 2016, but I usually say that my official anniversary is April 1st because that's when I got my first gaming computer. And I usually like to say, like, when I got my first gaming computer, that was like the official day. That is my first, like, anniversary of YouTube. Let's see. The Player 95 says, "How are you doing, Adrian?" I'm doing good. I have been sick, as you know. I think I'm finally over it. You might still be able to hear it in my voice, though. Yeah. You might still be able to hear my voice, but I think I'm better. Like, I want to say that I'm better. It just kind of lingers a little bit. That's about it. But you know, it is what it is. Okay. So cool. All right. I didn't really plan this live stream. I've had a lot going on, so I was kind of curious. I was kind of up in the air if I was going to do anything today, so I start school today. I start my last quarter of undergrad today. These next 3 months are going to be a little busy. So I was actually unsure if I was going to do anything today or not. But I decided, I was like, I mean, it is the anniversary, so I might as well do something today. So let's see. Odin says, "Tell me, is it a bathrobe you're using? And if so, why?" Yeah, so this is my bathrobe. I've got my AdrianGaming shirt underneath. This is my bathrobe. It's kind of, it's funny. It's kind of a channel staple. I wear this thing like a lot. It's super comfy. So I wear the bathrobe quite a bit. People make fun of me all the time. Like they'll mention in the comments like, "Oh, dude, you're wearing the bathrobe again. Like, where's the bathrobe?" So, people make fun of me a lot for it, but it's super comfy. It's super comfy. So it's pretty nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sorry. I guess YouTube has like a new live streaming feature or something like that. I haven't used it, but that's kind of interesting. Keep title, schedule for later. I'm not using it, but that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll just wait for people to trickle in, but go ahead and ask your questions. Let's see. Prussian man, that's a good question. Ass or titties? I am an ass man myself. I am. I don't know what it is. It's just what I prefer. Everybody's wired differently. Everybody's wired differently. Let's see. What about you? Ass or titties? Let's see. Just a dog says, hi. Hello there. Faramir's Ranger says both. If you had to pick one, which one would it be? If you had to pick just one, that's what I'm curious about. I've got some special announcements coming up in the future. I don't want to jinx it, but there's gonna be a big change to YouTube coming in the next few weeks, I think. So I don't want to jinx anything. I'll announce it when I have everything prepared, but just stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for what's coming. Yeah, I think you guys will be excited. Okay, Oppression Man says if you had to pick one, you'd pick ass. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. Let me go ahead and let me over here. Let's see. Let's see. This is a good question. Jesse Dog says, Adrian, if you can make a paradox-like game, what history period would you do? So, my favorite, I would say my favorite three periods in history. My favorite three periods in history would probably be, I think World War II would be number one, but a World War II game has already been done, Hearts of Iron 4, and it's not a very good game. My second favorite would probably be the Napoleonic Wars, and then my third favorite would be Antiquity. So the thing is Paradox has technically made a game for all three of those periods. They made Hearts of Iron 4 and Hearts of Iron 3 and the rest of the Hearts of Iron games. They've made March of the Eagles, which was set during the Napoleonic Wars, and then they would make well, they're releasing Imperator Rome this month in exactly like 3 weeks. So I'm excited for Imperator Rome. I trust that Paradox is it's gonna be a good game. March of the Eagles, in my opinion, is actually, it's an amazing game that I think Paradox really needed to stick with. I think the support needed to be there for the game to be good. I'm actually probably gonna do, I don't want to like spoil anything, but I'm probably gonna do a documentary on March for the Eagles pretty soon, sometime in the near future, and talk about like, okay, what really happened with that game. What really happened with that game? And honestly, if I had to make a Paradox game, I would probably make something like March of the Eagles. The thing is I would make it much more expanded. I would probably make like a March of the Eagles game set during the Napoleonic era and the French Revolutionary period, and like expand it to be kind of like Victoria 2, where like you see in like a set period of like 100 or 120 years, you would see how the world changes from being like a pre-industrial, you know, non-revolutionary world into an industrial revolutionary one, or one where, you know, absolutism and absolute monarchies fall, and now you see republics and constitutional monarchies coming about. It like imagine Victoria 2 and March of the Eagles had a baby. That's what I would make. That's what I would desire. It would probably end sometime after World War 1. That's just me. That's the game that I'd want to make. So it's kind of a big job because there's many different features that would be involved in that, but in my opinion, that's what I would do. Yeah. Let's see. Cucumber Wang says, Mr. Adrian, can I ask, sir, why are you in a dressing gown for such a momentous occasion? This is my bathrobe. It's my bathrobe. It's super comfy. Let's see. Lucas Zorko says, what is the meaning of life? To do what makes you happy. Life's too short for anything else. Let's see. The Player 95 says, what do you think about the upcoming changes in the HRE in EU4? Have they announced any changes? I don't think they've officially announced any changes yet. I know they want to change some stuff, but did they actually announce changes yet? Let me check the dev diaries real fast. Let's see. Tijan Jungping says, are you going to play CK2 sometime? Probably not. Probably not. My focus on the channel is, I like CK2. It's just, it's not exactly the game for me. I like dynasties and stuff, and I like the medieval mechanics of it. It's just, I don't really like playing characters. I like to play countries. I don't like playing characters so much. Oh, there's an EU4 dev diary for the 32nd of March. It's an April Fool's dev diary. That's funny. Let's see. We're pleased to announce that we're bringing out another major update this year. Take a look at Mercenaries. That's funny. It goes into Stellaris. That's funny. Let's see. Jesse Dog says, "How do I pre-order? Pre-order what? Oh, you mean the game that I want to make? That'd be nice." Although to be fair, I did apply for a couple jobs at Paradox. I don't know if I'll get it, but I've like they have like a community ambassador position open, a couple other things. So I applied for a few things. If I get it, I'll be happy, and if I don't, then I don't. That's what it is. I'm not too concerned. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. MBL13 says, "Congratulations on anniversary and thank you very much for the content." You're very welcome, man. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. I've got some changes planned for the channel in the near future, so just stay tuned. If you enjoy the content now, you're gonna love it later. So, thank you for your support. Definitely could not have done all this without you guys. Let's see. Jesse Dog says, "Adrian, would you ever do historical history documentary videos on your YouTube channel? I like your history lessons. You do so very often in your Let's Plays." Yeah, so I've done one. I've done one documentary. Let's see if I can find it. I've done one documentary. Let me link it here. And that was, I used EU4 for that one. So I've done one video. Apparently, I didn't even know Kings and Generals did one once. That's kind of interesting. Battle of Varna. That explains a lot. Yeah. Let's see. I got a question. Oh, yeah. Actually, going back to Jesse's question. So, would you ever do history video documentaries? So, like I said, I did one, and I would say, just because my forte isn't documentaries, I would say that video did okay, but I put so much work into that video, and just for the response that I got just wasn't enough to justify the amount of time that I put into it. All in all, the video was what, maybe 10 minutes? The video was maybe like 10 minutes, and I probably put in, I want to say like 30 hours into that. The writing didn't take that long. It was really the filming and the editing that took the longest. And I didn't see the response back on it, you know, and it was unfortunate. I wish that video would have taken off more, to be honest. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You know? Just, you win some and you lose some. That's just how it is. And that's okay, because, I mean, I enjoyed the video. I thought the video was good. So I'm not, you know, I'm not like disappointed in how the video did. It's just, it kind of proved to me, like, you know, doing documentaries and stuff is not exactly what's going to be successful on the channel, and that's just what it is. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Let's see. Tijin Jungping says, "What's your favorite country to play in Victoria 2? I don't know if I have one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have a favorite country in Victoria 2. I mean, I gotta admit, the Ottoman campaign is pretty fun. Playing as Brazil is also pretty fun. Let's see. Mr. MBL13 says, "Who at Paradox to be right in order to show support?" I would say Johan, probably. Ahmad Kumor says, "Hello." Dota Game says, are you going to do a Let's Play on Half-Life 2? Yes. Yes, I will. Ahmad Kamor says, will you play more Victoria 2? Yes. Let's see. Nuker says, what is your band called and what do you play? So I don't have a band. All the music I make is just me. I only do what I do. So I compose and I record everything and I edit everything. I personally play the guitar, the drums, and the bass guitar, and I can sing. So, you know, yeah, I do all my own stuff. I do all my own stuff. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a band. You know, I don't know if I don't want to say I don't trust other people, but the thing is my vision of music is kind of a hard vision to give to other people. So I think I'm more comfortable with playing by myself and kind of recording everything and you know, like it's not that I dislike people. It's just music is a very personal thing for me, and just trying to come up with the music in my head and figure out how the songs go. It's something that I can only do for me, like for my own vision of music. It's hard to give that vision to other people and to like have them build on it, you know, because they don't see music the same way that you do. Your music is subjective for every person. So it's just one of those things. Here we go. Let's see. Leonardo G says, which is better for you, Hearts of Iron 4 or CK2? Honestly, Hearts of Iron 4 is pretty boring. I gotta admit, CK2 is kind of boring too. I mean, if I had to pick one, like if I had the option between playing Hearts of Iron 4 or CK2, I'd probably pick CK2. That's just me. Want to someday do an EU4 multiplayer game with subscribers? I'd like to do that. The only thing is it's hard to organize things like that. Maybe sometime in the future. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd like to do that, but it's just it's hard to organize, especially because my channel's, you know, I'm not saying I'm a large channel by YouTube standards, but I mean 24,000 people is kind of hard to organize sometimes. So it can be difficult to get everybody organized and together. Let's see. Jesse Dog says, what historical locations or sites do you want to visit? I would love to visit Normandy. I would love to visit Germany. Pretty much like everywhere in Germany. I've been to Frankfurt. I've been to the German airport in Frankfurt. I've been to Spain. I went to Barcelona, Pamplona, and Bilbao. That shit was awesome. So I've been there. I want to see Cordoba, I think. I want to go there. I would love to see. I mean, I know it's Istanbul now, but I mean, I'd like to see Istanbul, maybe, you know, Constantinople. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, you can't exactly go traveling in the Middle East right now, you know. There's a lot of war over there and shit. I don't know. There's a lot of places I want to go. I don't know if I ever will. I mean, shit, I need to travel more in the United States, actually, to be honest. Yeah. Let's see. Grim Reaper says, what about Patreon multiplayer games? I might do something like that in the future. If I have more time, I'd actually like to do that with some of my patrons. It'd be pretty cool. I'm still kind of trying to figure all that out. Yeah. I'd like to figure something like that out. Whatever I will do will be public. So like if I have like a Patreon multiplayer session, that'll be public for everybody to see, but like maybe patrons would be the only ones to participate. I might do something like that. I'm not sure yet. It can be hard to organize things like that too sometimes, because I mean a lot of people on Patreon are busy, and so you just can't, you're not able to get people together. Yeah. It can be hard with so many people. It can be kind of difficult. Yeah. I'm gonna go and turn these lights Okay, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Mr. MBL said, I wrote Johan Anderson and told him to hire you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let's see. Ahmad Komor says, how will you continue your channel? I mean, which games will you play? Yeah, so that's a good question. Like I said, I have an important announcement regarding the channel that's gonna be coming up in a few weeks. Or in maybe a few days, I don't know. So I don't want to spoil everything, but as far as what I plan to do in the near future is we'll be focusing on EU4, Victoria 2, and Imperator Rome. Imperator Rome will probably take the cake, just because it's a new game that's releasing. I'll be playing the shit out of that game, but EU4 will take a back seat as well as Victoria 2. I would also, so we're also doing other Let's Plays. They're not exactly popular on the channel, but I enjoy playing them, so I'll probably still play them. We're going to be doing StarCraft, probably. I'll bring back StarCraft. I'll probably bring back StarCraft. Let's see. I want to do, we're going to continue on with Half-Life. We'll probably continue with Total War. It does okay on the channel. It does fairly well, I would say. It's just, it's not the most popular videos that I have on the channel. I know you guys prefer to see Paradox games, so I might stick with Paradox. But well, I don't mind having Total War on the channel. It is pretty fun. Some of the games are kind of dated though. Like, you know, even Napoleon Total War, you know, it can piss me off sometimes because of how old it is. Yeah, the game's from 2010. That's 9 years ago. I would like to do some more. I would like to do some more March of the Eagles. Yeah. Let's see. Grim Reaper says, "What recording software do you use?" I use OBS Studio. OBS Studio. Medu says, "Where do you live in America?" I live in California. I go to school out here. I live here. Go to school out here. I've always been here. I don't know if I'd ever move away. I mean, I like this place. I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever move away or not. I've been to Washington, Washington State, up north above California, and it's pretty cool up there. I wouldn't mind living there. It's really nice. Let's see. The Player 95 says, if you had to learn a new language, which one would it be? So I know English and Spanish right now. If I had to pick another one to learn, I'd love to learn German. Yeah, I would love to learn German. I know a few words, but like not much. Yeah, I can't, not conversational in any way, but German's a really nice language. Yeah. Let's see. Ahmad Kumar says, I really love your logo and that cup. And thanks, man. Yeah. You should get a coffee cup. There's links in the description down below for some merch. You should get some coffee. Get some mugs. Let's see. Medusa says California is nice, right? Yeah, it's expensive, but it's nice. It's a nice place to live. Ahmad Kumor says, how did you design your logo? Well, I had always had the lambda. The lambda looks like an A. So this is the ancient there. This is the city. This is a symbol of ancient Sparta. You know, like history, Sparta, that sort of thing. So I'd always had the lambda for like Adrian, and then the shield was I figured people relate strategy games with like shields and stuff like that, like, you know, medieval era. So I put like the lambda in the shield, and then I kind of gave it a little a filter. It makes it look kind of old, you know, as if it's like not like a piece of paper or like a piece of papyrus or something like that, but it makes it look as if like it's been worn over time and rusted and stuff. So it wasn't that hard. I debated for a while what type of shield to use. There's a few different types of shields, but I just figured just the regular triangle one. It's called a kite shield. A kite shield, K-I-T-E. I figured that one would just look the nicest. So yeah. Grim Reaper says, I'd like to move myself. I live in Tennessee. Tennessee's a good place. Yeah. Yeah. Tennessee's a good place. It's getting expensive now to live in Nashville. Yeah, to live in Nashville. Let's see. Dota says I'll move to Canada to continue my studies. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, have you ever played Age of Empires 2? I have. I actually debated. I'm not sure if I will do it. I may bring back Age of Empires to the channel because I wanted to play through Age of Empires Definitive Edition, which we did play, and then I wanted to play through Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 3. I'd like to do that. My only concern was the views weren't that great. That's why I eventually did not continue with the series. I think I'd like to go back to it. It's just the views weren't amazing, and it's a long series. I mean, I could easily probably spend to play through all the Age of Empires games would probably take me a few months, you know. And so it's an investment that I'm not sure would pay off, but I may do it. I don't know. I want to do some more research on how the Age of Empires series did in terms of views. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me see. Let's see. Jesse Dog says, do you ever feel nervous when you do a Let's Play? No. No. I used to. Yeah. I used to. When I first started out, I was pretty nervous talking to myself and like talking aloud and all sorts of stuff like that. But I don't anymore though. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't anymore. Let's see. Which overhaul mods of Total War Rome 2 would you recommend? I don't really do overhauls. I don't play them. I mean, I've tried Davida et Impera, the DEI. I've tried that. Other than that, though, I don't really enjoy them too much. I mean, they're okay, but, you know. Let's see. You know, maybe I will bring back Age of Empires. We'll see. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, this is a good question. Would you consider collabing with other grand strategy YouTubers like Roomba? So I would if he'd offer, but I mean, I can't just ask him to do it because the thing is Roomba, he's way bigger than me. He's way bigger than me, and so there's an imbalance between like a small YouTuber collabing with a big YouTuber. I would benefit and he would not, probably. So just from a business perspective, it's inappropriate to ask him to collaborate because it's like he'd really just be helping me. It's a one-sided affair, you know? Yeah. Mr. MBL13 says AoE2 has a large following, quite a few views on Twitch. Yeah, I'd like to do it either on Twitch or on YouTube. I'd like to play more Age of Empires. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see, Dota Games is still waiting for Age of Empires 4 trailer. Medical Moore says, have you ever played Vanilla Victoria 2? I have. I prefer HFM now. I have played the Vanilla Victoria 2, and it's just super, super, super old school. Yeah. It's way too old. I mean, even HFM is good because it adds more to Victoria 2, but Victoria 2 is showing its age. I mean, that game was released in 2010. The last expansion pack for that was released in 2012. That was 7 years ago. Yeah. So it's old school. Let's see. Grim Reaper says, do you have any PS4 games for you to play online? No, I don't own a PS4. I actually just bought an Xbox One S to play Halo, And they announced that Halo's gonna be coming to the PC, so we'll be playing that too. I actually probably will do Let's Plays of that on the channel, play some Halo, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. Blaze Guardian says, I mean, it's not like he'd be losing views by collabing with you. Well, you'd be surprised. Not necessarily that he's losing viewers. It's just there is, you know, because when you have your own business, it's a cost benefit analysis. You have to think about what would it cost Roomba to collaborate with me and play with me, and then what would he benefit from it? The benefit's very small. The cost is quite large. So, you know, I'd like to ask him, but for my cost benefit analysis, just because me and him are businessmen, it's inappropriate to do so. You know, if I was larger, if I was more comparable to him in size, or he offered, then I'd take it. But there's too much of a discrepancy right now for me to do it. You know. Let's see. Barana Santoso says you're making a great content Victoria 2 and EU4. Perhaps CK2, you can try it. Yeah, like I said, I don't really enjoy CK2 that much. Well, it's not that I don't enjoy it. I like the time period. It's just, it's not my kind of game. It's a little slow pace for me. And the mechanics of it with the dynasties and the characters, it's just not my thing. I prefer playing countries. Yeah, I prefer playing countries. Ooh, it's getting a little warm. It's hot. It's hot here. Let's see. An RGG says, I like your channel. The Player 95 says, what other games have you played all in your life besides strategy games? So I've actually been a huge fan of shooters. So, I mean, I've played strategy games forever. I've played StarCraft. I've played, you know, EU4. I played a lot of StarCraft, actually. But actually, the other major type of game that I've probably played in my life was shooters. So I love the Halo franchise. I love the Half-Life 2 franchise. Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike. I play those games all the time. I mean, I've played through Halo. Actually, thinking back on it, because I mean, I was never really an Xbox gamer, so I've only played through like Halo 1, 2, and 3. I haven't played 4 or 5 yet. I haven't played Halo Reach either. But the Half-Life franchise, I've played through the Half-Life franchise probably maybe like 20 or 30 times now. Like, I can get through each of those games pretty fucking quick. You know, I could probably do it in like a day or two. All 3 games. Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, shooters are a big part of my life, you know? Playing Half-Life, Halo, Team Fortress 2. I am pretty fucking good at Team Fortress 2. I don't play it on the channel just because it's not exactly what people want to see, but I am pretty good at that game. Seriously. I make people rage quit on that game, seriously. Let's see, Blaze Guardian says, if Paradox invited you to the greatest land next year, would you consider going? Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm in school still, so I'd have to work around that schedule, but I'd consider doing it, yeah. A lot of people were asking me why I was not invited to their tournament that they had recently, the EU4 greatest tournament or something like that. I don't know. It's me. Besides my PR contact for Keys at Paradox, I don't really have any contact with them. You know? It's just not how it is. Let's see. Cootie Master says, what is your favorite, most disliked food? My favorite food is probably, I love steak. I love pasta. I love pizza. Maybe pizza if I had to pick one. I love Mexican food. I mean, I'm Mexican, so I love Mexican food. Fuck, I love burgers. I love burgers. Burgers and fries, like I will have one of those any day. My most disliked food, I don't like broccoli. I don't like broccoli. I don't like Yeah, I don't like broccoli. I don't like beets. I don't like sweet potatoes. I don't like sushi. Anything else? No, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Let's see, Eric, no worries. Hi, mate. Thanks for a great channel. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, will you get early access on Imperator? Yes. Yes, I will. Let's see. Inversion says, what do you think about the current state of YouTube? I don't know. I mean, me personally, I haven't had any problems with YouTube lately, so I don't know if there's something in particular you're referring to. I haven't really... YouTube has actually been fairly okay as far as the experience goes for a while. I know sometimes they have some problems. Oh, shit. I know sometimes they have problems, but I haven't, I haven't had any problems. Let's see. Ahmad Komor says, what do you think about Article 13? So I don't have the greatest understanding about Article 13. My rudimentary understanding is that pretty much if you publish copyrighted material on your platform prior to Article 13, somebody in, wherever they may be in the EU, somebody was to sue the person who uploaded the content for that copyrighted content that's being presented. So like, for example, if I published some copyrighted material on the platform of YouTube, somebody would have to sue me and not YouTube for the copyrighted content to be taken down. Now, what I understand is that Article 13 says, at least in the EU, now you get to sue the platform and not the person. Because sometimes it's difficult to track down a copyright holder. And so Article 13 says now you can hold the platform responsible for what the copyright infringer is doing, So like if I upload copyrighted content on YouTube, even though it's my fault for infringing on the copyright, somebody in the EU, according to Article 13, could sue YouTube for it. That's my understanding. So Dota Games says it won't affect him since he isn't in the EU. That's actually not true, because I mean, a lot of my audience is outside of the United States. Only 30% of my audience is outside the United States. So it's probably like maybe 50 or 60% is in Europe, if not more than that, maybe 70%. So there is the potential. I mean, I don't want to say it affects me, but say I upload some copyrighted content somewhere, somebody from the EU, I guess, in theory, could sue YouTube because of what I'm doing. And that could potentially pose some problems. I don't have all the details, but it possibly might have some effect on me. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, are you fluent in Spanish? I'm pretty... I'm okay. I can talk in Spanish pretty well. Writing it and reading it is a little difficult for me. Like translating Spanish can be kind of hard for me. I can probably get by. Oopsies. Oh. Oh shit. Ah. Damn light. My damn light fell. There we go. Okay. Son of a shit. I don't know why my monitor keeps turning off. I think it has to do with the power cord. I don't know. Let's see. Dota says, I'm talking about the copyright. You won't be copyrighted since it doesn't apply to you, but people in the EU can't see your videos anymore because of Article 13. So I don't have any proof yet that that's true, because Article 13 has not been approved by the, I think it's the European Council has to approve on it. I think the European Parliament approved it, but the European Council is supposed to approve it too. And there's some evidence to suggest they won't do it, but I don't know yet. Now, I'll tell you right now, if people in the EU can't see my videos anymore because, you know, I'm playing copyrighted material, I guess, because technically, I mean, Paradox games are copyrighted. Just as a content creator, I'm allowed to play it and to post it. You know, I mean, Paradox has made that abundantly clear. It's fine under fair use. But I mean, like, if it is true that people in the EU can't see my videos anymore, then I'll definitely have to stop doing YouTube, because, I mean, that's a huge part of my audience. That's like 70%. I don't think that's what's going to happen. That would literally be the death of YouTube, because, I mean, Europe is a huge market for YouTube videos. You know, if YouTube was to just say, okay, we just can't broadcast videos to people in the EU anymore, then it's just game over for everybody. We're talking like millions of viewers, millions, probably tens of millions of dollars in advertising revenue lost, like, overnight. Yeah, it'd be like I'm telling you right now, it'd be like a cataclysmic rupture in the internet if that is true. Let's see. Leonardo says, how can the HRE be improved? The devs told about changing the mechanics. So I think there needs to be more unique features in the HRE. Like, I think the Electoral College needs to be expanded. I think there needs to be a more intricate religious war. I think it's a little too bare bones right now. It's just like, okay, everybody picks sides and you fight a war for like 30 years. I think they could do better. I think there needs to be more countries in the HRE, and I think there needs to be more dynamism in the HRE. Everything's too static, you know? Like, the same people always get pretty strong. Like, Brandenburg, Bohemia, you know, that sort of thing. It's always the same people that are getting super big in the HRE. There needs to be more dynamism. There needs to be, like, different countries, you know, rising up and consolidating power. You know, it's just, it's too bare bones right now. I don't know exactly how to explain it. Okay, there we go. See, Jack JJ says, hi, hello there. See, Ahmed Komor says, I'm so lucky that Bosnia is not in the EU. I mean, you never know. Could change. Because the EU has a lot of financial benefits that a lot of people want. Let's actually take a look right now. How many of my people, how many of my viewers, let's take a look at how many of my viewers are from, say, like, Europe. Yeah, so like, the majority of my watch time is, well, no, that's actually not true. A minority of my watch time is in the United States. So only 30% of my watch time is in the United States. That means that the other 70% is out of the United States. Now, it's kind of hard to tell how much of that is in, say, Europe, because I actually can't sort it by region, by like geography. It just shows me countries. It doesn't show me like regions. But yeah, that would be like the end of my channel. Like, for real. Wow. Yeah. So let me put it this way. Out of the top like 55% of my watch time, all 4 countries besides the United States are in the EU. So we're talking, my United States watch time is like 30%. The next like 25% is in the EU. So if Article 13 was to say that those viewers can no longer see my videos, just imagine taking 25% of your watch time and just having it disappear. And that doesn't even include the other 55% that I'm not counting. Yeah. Let's see. Jack JJ says, do you like Age of Civilization? No. The developer of Age of Civilization 2 is an asshole. His game sucks. Let's see. Dota Game says, are you going to do EU4 live in the future? Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, have you ever looked at the Beyond Typist mod since you were talking about having more countries? So I think the HRE needs more countries. I don't think maybe more countries in general would be necessarily beneficial to EU4. Because like there's certain regions, like for example, the Middle East, that like the Ottomans, they always expand into and they get super, super powerful. You know, so I'm not sure having more countries in general is better. I think maybe just more countries in the HRE would be better. Because it makes Austria and stuff stronger, you know, or like Brandenburg or Bohemia. Because right now, I mean, the Ottomans just decimate everybody, whether you're Russia or you're Germany or you're Italy or you're even France. I mean, the Ottomans are so powerful. Iberia could probably use maybe a little bit of a buff as well, but let's see. Dan Fragen sucked says hi. Hello. Yeah. Let's see. Xavier Robinson says, is your brother Roomba because you look and sound the same? I look like a Roomba? Yeah. I wish. Let's see. Dan says, how do you make money at EU4 without war and trade / economic ideas? So no economic ideas, no trade, and no war. Honestly, the best way to make money would be probably either internal development. Honestly, you need like either just development or maybe vassalization. As long as you got vassals, you'd make some more money. Yeah. That's about it. If you don't want to use war, trade, or economic ideas, you really just need to either develop internally, like building tall, or maybe maybe with vassals. Because vassals give you, money. Yeah. Let's see. The player 95 says, in my opinion, there also should be changes in the mechanics of aggressive expansion. For example, when really distant countries join a coalition, that's so annoying. Yes, I agree. I have to admit, I like the way that Imperator Rome has diplomatic range. That is that makes sense. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Because that is kind of how countries conducted diplomacy in reality. Countries could not afford to have diplomats and embassies in every single country that they dealt with. That's really not how it worked. There was such a concept as diplomatic trade. You like got a small group of diplomats and merchants and you sent them to another faraway country in the hopes of maybe getting like communication or trade. You didn't just, oh, take this to my diplomat, You couldn't just, say to somebody, go take this to my diplomat and go send a message to this country. That's just not the way that things worked. And I want to say even in the Middle Ages, like the time period that EU4 takes place in, that was also still true. You couldn't just get a message, go to a diplomat, say carry this letter and take it to somebody, you know. In my opinion, I think they should get rid of diplomatic slots in EU4, and they should make embassies and relations with other countries cost money. So like if you want a vassal, you need to establish an embassy in that country, and it costs you money to maintain the embassy, you know? So like, if I want an alliance with France, instead of costing a diplomatic relations slot, it's going to cost money for me to keep a diplomat and an embassy there. And it's up to you to decide, okay, is the amount of money that I'm spending on maintaining diplomatic relations with France worth the money that I'm paying? Because I think diplo rep slots are very abstract. They're very vague in concept, you know? It's like you should be able to maintain as many relations as you can afford to pay. So like small countries, right? Like I don't know, a small HRE minor really should only be able to have like 1 or 2 embassies, maybe with the emperor and maybe with like one other country. You know, the smaller the country, the less expensive the embassy could maybe be. But even then, I mean, it's, you know, the smaller the country, the less money you have, it's expensive, you know, to maintain an embassy, to maintain a diplomat living in some other country, to be able to have diplomatic relations. It can be pricey. So that, in my opinion, that would help out the HRE, because the HRE would go from having these one province minors with like 4 or 5 different allies. Really, they're only going to have like 1 or 2 because they can't afford anymore. You know, that's what I would do. That's just my opinion. See, Dr. Giga says, I think Lithuania needs better ideas. Hell no. Lithuania with their mission tree is fucking overpowered. Let's see. Lord of Apples says, why is the developer of Age of Civilization an asshole? Because he, there was a guy named iSorrows Productions, and he did a criticism of the Age of Civilization video, and pretty much the Age of Civilization developer like called him out on it. And there was even some, I don't want to say it was evidence, but there was some discussion that the Age of Civilization developer actually has bots that he uses to dislike videos that criticize his game and like make mean comments and stuff like that. Now, I kind of was skeptical about it when iSorrows Productions was talking about it, but I'm not gonna lie, I did a video on Age of Civilizations 2 as well, and I experienced a similar reaction. People calling me out, people disliking the video, comments and all that kind of stuff. And it just seemed very strange because, you know, not a lot of people play Age of Civilizations 2. The fan base isn't very large. It's a, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it even a popular game. The statistics don't seem to suggest that. I mean, you can look at Steam Spy, you can look at how many people have bought Age of Civilizations 2, and the amount of negativity that I was getting on that video was disproportionate to the amount of people that actually own and play the game. So I was kind of, I don't know, it was weird. I don't know if iSorrows Productions was being serious when he said that he thought the Age of Civilizations 2 developer had bots, but after doing a little more research, I was convinced that that actually may be true. So apparently the Age of Civilizations 2 developer, I guess he's like abandoned the game or something. He's not working on it anymore. So, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's like when you can't, when you don't allow a YouTuber to criticize your game, and iSorrows Productions had fair criticisms. I mean, you know, he's I don't want to say he's clickbaity, but he makes some fair points. You know, he's a satirical channel, but he makes some fair points about the game. And the thing is when the developer was calling him out on it, that's just bad taste. That's bad juju, you know? Like when I made my criticism video, I talked about what was good and I talked about what was bad. The developer didn't say anything to me. He could have, I guess, but he didn't. So I was like, all right, dude, like, whatever. I guess maybe he agrees with me in some sense. The thing is he called out iSorrows Productions and was a real dick about it too. I mean, you can go on Twitter. He's still got the evidence on Twitter about what iSorrows Productions, you know, did, his criticisms of the game, and then the developer's response. And it was just, he was being a dick. He was an asshole. you know? And it's like, dude, when you release your product to the public, you need to be able to take criticism, even satirical criticism, and be a professional about it, which he wasn't. That guy's a fucking dick. You know? Let's see. Ahmed Komor says, if you want to make money, just build buildings. In EU4, that's not necessarily true. Because buildings take a long time to pay themselves off. If a building is 100 ducats and has 0.2 income generated, which is kind of rare for a building. They don't really make that much usually. 0.2 ducats a month for a building that costs 100 months or 100 ducats takes what, like 40 or 50 years to pay off? What is that? Yeah, it takes 42 years to pay itself off. You know, now considering that the timeline of EU4 is so large, that's not that bad, but buildings are actually one of the ways to not make as much money as you think. Usually war or vassals is a better way to do it, or trade. Trade is a really good way to make money. Yeah, I wish embargoes had more effect other than just using them for power projection. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Gigas says Denmark gets Livonia, and Denmark most of the time allies Muscovy. Honestly, yeah, defeating Muscovy with Denmark's help. I mean, you have to ally Sweden probably. If you get Sweden independent, you can take on Denmark and Muscovy no problem. Or if you ally Novgorod, you can also take on Muscovy no problem. The thing is Lithuania's mission tree is just super overpowered because you can get personal unions and shit. It's really powerful. Let's see, Dota Game says he's working on an iOS version. That's what I saw on Facebook, and he's still waiting for Morocco E4 Let's Play. I'll be releasing Morocco soon. Don't worry. Like I said, I've got a few plans for the new future for the channel. You just gotta be patient. Trust me. I'm serious. I got some big announcements coming. Let's see, Leonardo G says, do you think it's possible to get the Achievement 3 Mountains, Conquer the Worlds per UQ? Yeah, I've seen people do it. I have not tried it myself. Maybe I will. I don't know. Possibly. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see, Ahmed Chamor says, what do you think of the new dev diaries about Moon Texas 3.0? I don't really take a look at Moon Texas. I'd like to play it more maybe, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. I mean, it's okay. It's whatever. They put a lot of work into it. I appreciate that, but I played a few campaigns of it on the channel and it did well, but I wasn't exactly like blown away by the new features. So, you know, I don't keep up with Moon Texas. Maybe I'll do it more in the future. See, Blaze Guardian says, can you do a campaign with the Pirate Nation? I'd like to. I got a few campaigns lined up right now. Right now, what I have planned for the immediate future is more Victoria 2. I want to do Morocco. And then I want to do a Christian Japan campaign. I've been kind of wanting to do that. So let's see. Aziz says, I'm enjoying the Hungary campaign. Sweet. I'm glad you enjoyed the campaign. It was pretty fun. I have to admit, I had a good time with it. Let's see. Boy says, hey, what up? My question, what's the origin of the Lambda? So Lambda was originally made popular by Half-Life. Half-Life was released in 1998. Now, I mean, like, I don't use the Half-Life Lambda. I use the Ancient Sparta Lambda. So, yeah, it's the A. Or it looks like an A. It's actually Lambda, but it's the symbol of Ancient Sparta. So that's where I got it from. But also, it's kind of a reference to the Half-Life series because Half-Life, their symbol is Lambda as well. So I did consider when I made my channel, instead of using the Spartan Lambda, I considered using the Half-Life Lambda, but I figured there'd probably be some copyright issues with that because obviously the way that they make their Lambda is pretty unique. You know, you can't just take that and claim it as your own. So I decided against it. I went ahead and just stuck with the Spartan Lambda because that one is probably better from Morocco campaign, or not a Morocco campaign, from a copyright perspective. Let's see. Dr. Giga says their expansion coming up for EU4. Yeah, I think at the end of this year. They said, I think they have an expansion slated for Q4 or something like that. And that's a long time away. Seriously. I mean, I know they're focusing on Imperator Rome, but holy shit, a whole year with no EU4 expansion? That's like a long time. Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Giga says, you're going to play Lithuania, the Teutonic Order, and the Livonian Order. So I played the Teutonic Order before. We did, what did we play? We did a Baltic Crusader campaign as a Teutonic Order. It's pretty fun. Let's see. Ismail says, I'm from Morocco and it'd be amazing if you do a Victoria 2 campaign. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. It's kind of a hard campaign, Morocco and Victoria 2. Let's see. Lord of Apples says, what is your opinion on Hearts of Iron? I actually really like Hearts of Iron 3. I don't really like Hearts of Iron 4. It's boring. Yeah. Ismail says, what nation are you going to play as in Imperator Rome? I'm going to be doing several campaigns, actually. I'll probably be playing as, I'm thinking Phrygia, probably Etruria, the country that represents the Etruscans against Rome. I'm thinking Samnium. And I'm debating between, I might do a Bactria campaign. I'm trying to avoid the big ones, you know, like Phrygia. Phrygia is the only one that I'm interested in because Phrygia is historically the country that was defeated during the Dodaka War of 304 BC. It was led by Antigonus. So he died in 301 BC and his empire fell. That was the Empire of Phrygia. I want to try and see if I can prevent that. Everybody's probably going to play as Rome. Everybody's probably going to play as the Seleucids, as Egypt. I'm trying to play as Phrygia, Etruria, I think Bactria, maybe Armenia, Medea, Atropatene, maybe Samnium, I'm thinking. What else? Everybody's going to play as Macedon. Thrace, maybe one. Thrace? I don't know yet, though. I'm not sure. A lot of people might try and play Thrace. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Let's see. Aziz says, not Sparta first. Sparta seems fitting. Sparta's probably going to be pretty boring, honestly. Sparta during the time of Imperator Rome, Sparta was really, I don't want to say in decline, but they weren't what they used to be. So I'm thinking my concern with Imperator Rome is that playing small countries is going to be like not boring, but that's kind of a way to put it. Boring. That's my concern. Because you're not strong enough to beat anybody and go to war. But you're also like you're strong enough to defend yourself. That's pretty much it, you know. Let's see. Aaron Gnedson says, how did you first start playing EU4? I started playing after I watched Aruma for a long time. I actually didn't get into EU4 until, what was that, like 2016? Like probably a little bit after I started my YouTube channel. Yeah. So it was a while. It took a little bit. Yeah. I didn't really play Paradox games that long. Only after I really started watching Aruma did I get into it. Let's see. Leonardo G says, how far back in history do you think strategy games can go? Probably as far back as we have human history, or at the very least, we have the concept of countries, you know? I mean, that's the one thing, though, is for as long as humans have existed, we've always had war. You know, we've always had economics. We've always had politics. It's just kind of one of the things about, you know, that's how it is. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, that's how it is. Yeah. That's just how it is. Let's see. Let's see. Dr. Giga says, I think Ottomans are very strong in EU4. They're too strong sometimes with those lands. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Ismail says, why did you play as Brazil Hearthstone 4? They don't have their own focus tree. Just because I thought it was fun. I think Brazil in Hearthstone 4 is actually a pretty good starter nation. I think to learn how to play the game, it's actually it's a pretty good nation to play as. Yeah, and the thing is I had personally not played Hearthstone 4 in a while, and so I thought it was a good nation to play as just to kind of get accustomed again. You know, and for the most part, I was right. Yeah. Let's see. Aziz says, you consider Total War 3 Kingdoms at all? Probably. I probably will play it. I can't say I'm the most excited for it. I don't actually enjoy the 3 Kingdoms period that much. But just to get into the U4 market, or the Total War market, I probably will play it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not like set on it quite yet. I'm pretty sure I'll play it. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like 100% sure on it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's see. Lord of Apple says, how do you go Christian as Japan and EU4? You have to go for the Sukaku events. You have to. There's like two options. There's an isolationist or a open, open event, like where you either get closer to the Western powers or you get away from the Western powers. To go Christian in Japan, you have to choose the Western powers option, and eventually Christianity will spawn. There will be like an event for you to convert to Christianity or something like that. So I'm gonna do a Let's Play on it pretty soon. I'll show you guys how it's done. Dr. Giga says, do you ever consider playing Crimea, the Golden Horde? I actually do want to do a Horde campaign as a Golden Horde one of these days. They're difficult to play. They're super aggressive, but the thing is you're always broke. You don't have any money. So we'll see how that goes. I do want to play as a Golden Horde though. Pretty soon. Pretty soon, I promise. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Yeah. Aziz says, I'm excited for 3 Kingdoms, even though my brand says don't be. It's kind of the way I am. That's kind of the way that I feel too. It's like, I'm excited, but at the same time, Creative Assembly doesn't have the best track record, so I'm not exactly just going to say I'm going to trust them to make a good game. It's just, that's how it is. Yeah. That's just how it is. So, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? That's just the way it's got to be. Let's see, the player 95 says the Mongol campaign is also cool for the achievement of Yuan. Yes, I also want to do a Mongol campaign. Actually, for a while, this was a couple patches ago, I was doing my own Mongolia campaign offline, and it's actually really fun. It's a really good time. Ming is super fucking OP, though. It's hard to beat them. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, do you think Japan needs a rework, too? Because it's really easy to unite it, and there should be more dynamics within it, in my opinion. I actually think Japan is okay, but I guess we'll find out when I play my Catholic Japan campaign. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Giga says, what's the most played country you like in EU4? Say top 5. I don't really play the same country too often. I don't really have time for it. What countries have I played as a lot? No, have I ever played a country twice? My most played country? Or what is the most played country in EU4? I mean, I've done 2 Sweden campaigns, if you count that. Sweden is pretty fucking fun. Sweden's pretty fun. Have I played any other country in EU4 twice? I don't think I've ever done, besides Sweden, I'm not actually sure I've ever done a campaign as the same country. I've I've also done 2 Hungary campaigns. The first one wasn't successful though, the second one was. I only did 1 Byzantium campaign. You know what's interesting? I don't even think I've ever done a France campaign. A France campaign on EU4. Have I? I'm not sure. No, I don't think I've ever played as France. I want to do another Britain campaign, actually. It'd be pretty fun. Let's see. Blaze Guardian says, Ming is easy to beat if you start as a Manchu tribe and know the mechanics of the game. So, I mean, the way that I understand how to beat Ming is you have to go full cav armies and you have to raise provinces to get money. The only thing is that you may be behind on military tech. If you can focus on military tech, I heard everything else is okay. That's how you beat Ming. I don't know. I want to give it a try one of these days. I think it'd be pretty fun. Let's see. Ismail says, when are you going to continue the Ottoman campaign at Victoria 2? Pretty soon. I've been sick for the last week, so I wasn't able to record. Yeah, I wasn't able to record. I'll be recording it this week, probably. Yeah. So more, yeah, I'll wrap that campaign up. And then, what else am I playing? Yeah, I'll probably bring back StarCraft. I have to record EU4 Morocco. I got to start the Japan campaign. Probably bring back some Age of Empires. I want to continue with Half-Life. Yeah, so I got a lot to do. Got a lot to do. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did a French multiplayer campaign 2 years ago with a friend. Yeah. I remember that now. I do remember that. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Let's see, Aziz says, any non-strategy games? Yeah, so we'll be playing... I have to do BioShock Infinite. I was going to continue with the BioShock series. I have to do Half-Life. I think as far as non-strategy, that's it for now. Yeah. I think that's it for now. I'll do more in the future, but that for now that's all I'm doing. Let's see. Dota says, are you going to do Borderlands 3? Probably not. I actually, you know, it's funny. I never got into the Borderlands series. I never got into the Borderlands series. I mean, they look cool, but I just never really, it just wasn't my thing. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. It's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. Because I heard they're cool games. Let's see. Supreme Ant says, you gonna play Imperator Rome? Oh yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of that game. That Imperator Rome will probably become the staple game on the channel. Like I'm not saying I'm gonna completely stop EU4. I'm not going to completely stop EU4, but like it's definitely going to be played less. Imperator Rome will be the game that I will play on the channel, like for sure. You know, unless for some reason the game doesn't seem cool, which I don't think is true. I think the game is definitely, you know, I think it looks cool, you know. Like the features and stuff look cool. I don't imagine that it's gonna be, you know, that's not gonna be a good game. I don't think that's true. You know. See, Aaron says, have you ever done a Dracula's Revenge campaign? Yes. We have a campaign on it. I think I did it as Wallachia. Take care, Aziz. Thanks for watching the stream. Who did I do Dracula's Revenge as? Yeah, Wallachia. Yeah. It's actually it's a #1 Let's Play if you search it up on YouTube. It's curious. I didn't actually know that. Take care, Play95. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by the stream, man. It's been a good 3 years. Ismail says, I wish that Paradox releases a Victoria 3 next year. There actually is some speculation that that's the next game they're working on. Because I believe Crusader Kings 2 they're not working on anymore. I think Holy Fury was their last expansion pack. And then I think they're going to be moving on to something else. I'm not sure quite yet, but... I don't know, I was hearing something about it. Let's see, Supreme Ant says, hardest EU4 achievement? I would say 3 Mountains. I've tried the Go-Go Tuangu achievement. That achievement's actually fairly hard. What else? Let me see. Ooh, an unlikely candidate. That's a pretty hard one. True Heir of Timur. It's pretty hard. Ooh, Avar Cognate. That one's pretty hard. Playing as Avaria. Yeah. Let's see. Alberto says, will you do a Europa Universalis full map conquest? Maybe someday. Yeah. Ismail says, when is there a Twitch live stream? I don't know. Maybe later this week. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Let's see. Miguel says, cheers from Spain. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Smod says, what do you think about CK2? It's an okay game. It's not the best. It's kind of boring. Let's see. Dr. Giga says, I don't know why, but I always have debt when I play U4, like with the Ottomans too. You probably got to optimize your trade. You probably have to optimize your army compositions. So like having too much cav is probably one of the single best ways to make yourself bankrupt. Really, you don't need that much cavalry in armies at all. So that's just kind of how it is. Okay, guys, I think I gotta wrap it up here. I gotta go do some school stuff. I have to go to class. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. And thank you so much for 3 years on YouTube. I hope we can do many more years on YouTube. I have some announcements regarding the YouTube channel coming up in the next few weeks, so just stay tuned. I got more campaigns, more stuff coming out. So, hope you guys are excited. Hope you're excited as I am. So, thank you guys. I'll see you soon. I'll let you guys know what's going on with YouTube in the next few weeks. So, thanks, guys.